You talked about in our previous conversation that there is literally a gold mine of data inside of the contact center that most companies ignore. Tell me a little bit more about what your point of view is on what that gold mine is.
So I have kind of coined this as like behavioral analytics a little bit. So I think most analytics teams think of analytics, they think of numbers. They think of very structured data points that they can look at and say, okay, we had account openings go from 50 to 500,000. What happened there? Like it's a very linear number. So in the contact center, all of our data that we're harvesting that's super important and really valuable, in my opinion, is unstructured data. And it's conversational data, whether that be voice conversations, chat conversations, that type of information, I think is our huge asset in the contact center. So to get to the root of that data, because it's 30,000 conversations or whatever, that seems to be scary and tedious. And it's a different type of analytics that you need to go against that with. So we like to call it topic modeling light, where we do some topic modeling to get to the root of what's going on in those conversations. My team has built that, worked with that type of data now for the last 4 years. So we're super familiar with it. It also actually, funny enough, transcends, I think, in a lot of other areas and organizations that we don't really realize. So think about every free form text box that's out there that you have structured intake form, and then there's that comment section at the bottom, and it's like, tell me about blah, blah, blah. That is all the same type of behavioral analytics data feed that you get from voice and chat conversations. So we didn't shy away from the fact that it's not numbers, but it's words. And how do you start to bring structure to words? And I think what's really cool is that with the advancement of generative AI, that's going to make it so much easier for people to get to the heart of those insights, because now you'll use generative AI to classify, summarize, categorize all of that unstructured data and bring structure to it. So while my team has manually been doing that for years, we are running proof of concepts now to be able to do that with generative AI to get speed to market. But I think a lot of organizations, just because the way that their analytics structures are set up, and most analytics areas that I've seen, especially in finance, are really finance driven. So they're really looking for those structured tables with transaction numbers and numbers of clients and numbers of households. And we just really flip the script and we're like, we care a lot about those numbers as well. And that's what we look at as our transactional data. But we also care really deeply about our experiential data. So that I think has been a huge shift in how we've been able to gather all that information out of the contact center. And again, we do that for our servicing application. We help to inform how we make an easier servicing journey through our servicing application by doing topic modeling against all those freeform text box comments around other. Like teammates can go through and they can select this pick down, that drop list, et cetera, and so forth. And then at the bottom, there's always a comment section that they write whatever didn't fit into that free form. So we'll go through that and we'll help our product owners understand what else are you missing in a structured form to make it more standardized and easy to use. And one example I can use for that is we wanted to look at rejection requests. So when something comes into the contact center and our contact center teammate puts it into our servicing platform, that then goes to a back office operations team to fulfill. And we were getting a ton of rejections back on a certain type of product. So when we went through that topic modeling, we realized the reason we were getting a lot of rejections was because people were actually submitting things for dates that weren't actual business days or not valid days, because we didn't have that blocked out in the pick down list. So then we added in there bank holidays, federal holidays, days that business could not happen. And our rejection reduced on that one example by, I think, 60%, just because we were able to then see that people were writing back and saying, you can't do this today because the bank's closed.